Welcome once again to the SPV podcast. This is the 4th episode. I am Freeman, your host, and thanks again for joining us. It's worldwide, so you could be listening to me in Japan and have no idea what the hell I'm saying, but, thanks for listening anyway. Last podcast, we did have an interview with Jerry Gaskill, drummer from King's X. Their new album out now, which is called XV, or 15, whatever you want to call it. You can get that in stores. Had a great first week. We want you guys to pick that up. And speaking of King's X, they will be going on tour this summer with the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp tour. It'll be King's X Extreme and the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp All-Stars, and your chance to be part of the show. If you ever dreamed about being in a rock band and performing on stage, this could be your chance to do it. Go to rockband.ws for more info. And to hear more about King's X, make sure to go to kingsxrocks.com and myspace.com/InsideOutLabel. Well, let's continue to talk about new stuff that's coming out on SPV and Inside Out. Unleashed, they have a new album coming out, Hammer Battalion. It'll be out June 9th in Europe, June 10th in the United States, and this album will kick your ass, so make sure you listen to it. Hammer Battalion, the new one from Unleashed. Look for them on tour this fall with Obituary, and then after that, back over to Europe for the Hammer Battalion tour. Another new album coming out on June 10th in the States, June 9th in Europe is Moonspell. Their new record is called Night Eternal. If you want to learn more about the new album Night Eternal, head over to Moonspell's MySpace. It's myspace.com/Moonspell. While you're there, you can check out the widget, you can hear the album stream, you can read Fernando's blog, you can check out the European tour dates, and the video for Scorpion Flower. They are working on US dates right now, nothing confirmed yet, but when we do hear something, we will let you know. We've got even more new music for you coming out June 9th in Europe, June 10th in the States. It's the new Iced Earth EP called I Walk Among You. Got a brand new song on there called I Walk Alone, which is off of their forthcoming album, which you should see sometime later in the fall. It's also got 2 re-recorded tracks with Matt Barlow back on vocals. They redid Sachin Massacre, and they redid The Clouding from the Framing Armageddon album Part 1. You can listen to all 3 tracks, which are streaming now on their MySpace, which is myspace.com/IcedEarth. And actually, if you order the EP on iTunes, there's a 4th bonus track that you can get as well. You can look for Iced Earth on tour, European festivals starting in June, and then there's a planned US tour for the fall. When dates get confirmed, we'll let you know, of course, and you can find that on myspace.com/SPVUSA and Iced Earth's MySpace, which is myspace.com/IcedEarth. Alright, well, let's talk about what's in stores now. Engel's debut record, Absolute Design, came out on May 20th. You can pick that one up. If you're a fan of the Swedish metal, if you're a fan of In Flames, you'll definitely be a fan of this one because Anders from In Flames produced it. On the Inside Out label, we do have the new one from Beardfish. It's called Sleeping in Traffic Part 2. For a preview from that, you can check out myspace.com/BeardfishBand. Another record that a lot of us here in the office are really digging, and we think you will too, is Day Mom. One guy, his name's Nicolas Chappelle, and he's a French guy, and he did this record all by himself. He played all the instruments on it by himself, and now he's put together a band, and they're going to be touring, so look out for that one. The album's called Building an Empire. You can check out their website at daymommusic.com. It's spelled DEMIANSMUSIC, daymommusic.com. And last but not least, we've got the new one from Whitesnake. It's called Good to Be Bad. It's their first studio album in over 10 years. They're on the road all throughout Europe. They were in South America, just tons of tour dates, and hopefully, sometime toward the end of the year, nothing confirmed yet, you may see Whitesnake touring over here in the States. Check out the album Good to Be Bad. The lead single called Lay Down Your Love is a return to the Whitesnake of old, classic Coverdale. Doug Aldrich on guitars, Reb Beach in there as well. It's just a great album. Don't forget about Dominici's 03, a trilogy, Part 3. Camelot's Ghost Opera Second Coming. We've got a new DVD out from Creator. It's called At the Pulse of Capitulation, live in East Berlin. If you're a Creator fan, this is a DVD that you need to have as part of your Creator collection. Let's go ahead and do the SPV tour update for you real quick. Alice Cooper on the road. He's got a bunch of European dates, then he's coming over to the US. Then he'll be playing a bunch of Canadian shows. Remember, that'll be in support of his new album, which is called Along Came a Spider, which you'll see in stores at the end of July. Also doing some touring, Monster Magnet over there in Europe. They'll be playing a bunch of festivals, and they'll be doing a couple headlining shows. So if you're in Europe, check out Monster Magnet as they're on the road supporting the record 4-Way Diablo. Got a new album coming from Nashville Pussy this fall, and you can catch them on the road starting June 21st in Boise, Idaho. Then they'll finish up the U.S. leg of their tour in Albuquerque, New Mexico on July 8th. Head over to the UK, play a festival there. They'll be at the Wacken Open Air Festival and a couple more festivals in August. We'll look for that new Nashville Pussy album coming out this fall. And we can't talk about tours without mentioning the Type O Negative Tour. That's right, they're on the Jägermeister Tour with Hatebreed going on throughout May and June. And they've got a few more dates that go into July. Those dates will have Typo Negative, Wednesday 13, and Soil. But that'll do it for the tour update section. For the latest up-to-date tour dates, make sure you check out myspace.com/SPVUSA and myspace.com/InsideOutLabel. Speaking of Inside Out, let's get into the interview portion of the podcast. I got to speak to Arjen Lucassen of Ayreon, brand new album, which, I'm not even going to mention the title. Just think binary code, and we'll call it 01. And in fact, during the interview, that's what we referred to it as. That new record came out in January, sold over 50,000 copies in Europe already. It's doing well in the States, too. And I just wanted to bring some more attention to this record. And, did a great interview with Arjen, so I want you to check it out. We're going to feature 2 songs from that record. It's a double CD, and it's available in many different formats. There's a special edition, a limited edition, a deluxe edition. It's a 3-record clear vinyl set, which comes with a full-size poster of the album artwork. Well, let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to play a song off the Ayreon CD, and it is a double CD. The one CD is called Planet Y. That is the first CD. The second CD is called Earth. So we're going to go ahead and hear one off of Planet Y, and this one features Ty Tabor of King's X. It's called Connect the Dots, and you're listening to Ayreon on the SPV Podcast.